Hello, and welcome to this first episode of the Zach Diaries. At least that's what we're going to call it for now, because I haven't really thought of a proper name. But I just wanted to get started, and this week has been a huge week, massive week of first. I launched my podcast, which I'm super excited about. I felt like I kind of just jumped into this whole podcasting thing. I didn't realize how difficult it would actually be. So bear with me. I'm doing it because I want to learn. I want to get better at communicating, speaking to the camera, talking with guests. And I think it's just such an incredible skill to have and a wonderful platform that I can use to, have guests on and share their stories and experiences with me. So far I've just released the one episode of Back to College with Kevin Hansen. That I think a lot of people have really enjoyed that. I've had lots of people reach out and lots of people commented on Instagram just saying how much they enjoyed the trailer and how much they enjoyed the full podcast itself. So I wanted to run off the idea of first, and I wanted to take us back to when I first started videography. And over the last 3 years, I've been doing video and I've been freelancing, and so I just wanted to talk about 3 different pieces of advice that I would give myself, knowing what I know now, if I was starting off again. And the first one, which I did okay, but would definitely do better next time, is to make as many videos as possible. The best way to learn is by doing, and that's how you get all the skills with all your video editing, like filming, editing, all those skills come from actually doing. So the first thing is to make as many videos as possible. And also make complete videos. Over the last couple of years, I've made dozens of videos that I don't even have up on my YouTube channel because I never finished them. I would get 9% of the way done and I'd lose interest and I would just call it quits. But I think I would have learnt so much more if I had have just finished those projects. And even though at the time I wouldn't have thought that they were that good, and that's why I didn't finish them, putting them online for people to look at is just such a great way to get feedback. You don't have to put them online to begin with. I recommend you do, though, just to get some feedback. And it's also just a great way to build a little bit of a portfolio. Once you start making videos, people see that, and then you become known as the video guy, which is how you start getting work. And so with that comes the second piece of advice, which would be just pick whatever you like and film that. Because I spent a lot of time, so much time in fact, just in paralysis of not knowing what to film. There's all these different ideas I could do, but I guess I was just overwhelmed by the amount of choices and options I had. I found it difficult to just pick one and do that. So if I was to go back and start again, I would probably just make some videos to do with sport because I've got a strong sporting background in basketball and that's something that I really enjoy. And it would make sense just to do some sort of videos to, just to get started. Maybe film at a local gym or film, the local basketball competition, something like that. Just anything just to get started with. That's the most important thing. I feel like I wasted so much time not deciding what to film instead of actually filming something. And you can always pivot later, which is the thing too. So there's no point of thinking, if I shoot this wedding, I'm going to be known as a wedding videographer. At the start, there's so much time and you don't have to stress about those sorts of things because you'll keep getting different sort of jobs and it's all good experience and there's so many transferable skills from wedding videography or corporate sit down interviews or sporting events. There's so much crossover and even just learning how to use the camera is a huge start in itself. So just get yourself busy. And that leads me to my third piece of advice and is just do as much work as possible, even if it's for free. So this is not so much the personal projects now, but when other people have seen maybe your work online or you've made a post about it on, Facebook or Instagram saying that you do videos, someone's come to you and said that they'd like a video. Don't be scared to do it for free because when you're starting out, you suck. There's no other way to put it. I thought I was so much better than I was when I started, and I think I missed out on a lot of opportunities because of it. So doing it for free, you know, it is quite ridiculous that people say like, oh, well, you got to value your time. But if you're not providing someone with a good quality video, I mean, it's not worth any money to them really. So the fact that you get to do it is huge, and you should take that opportunity. And on those jobs, you get the skills of interacting with a client, adapting your process and your skills to create a video for them. So you get all that experience of what it's like to, do pre-production, get that vision, and how you can, jump on site, do the filming, and go to the editing suite and do that whole process, and is essentially all the practice that you need. And you only get better by doing it over and over. And, once you're starting to get a lot of jobs for free, then that's maybe when you can start charging. And you don't have to charge a lot to begin with. It's just sort of a stepping stone thing. You shouldn't really be too concerned about it, because the main thing is the skills are what allows you to make money. And if you're good at making videos, people will pay that. Now there's other skills like, being able to sell yourself, and those sort of like businessy skills that will definitely help you make more money. But at the end of the day, if people see that you can make a good video and they want something similar, they'll be willing to pay for it. And I did have that mentality from the start. I think I probably spent a little bit too much time working on, the skills and the craft, instead of potentially the whole process of dealing with clients and, learning how to get work as well. But I say that, but it's never been a bad thing. I'm benefiting greatly that I put in the work at the start and have all those skills now. So just to recap, when the 3 pieces of advice that I would give myself if I was starting video again would be to make as many videos as possible, just so I can get the practice and build a bit of a portfolio. And then second piece of advice would be to pick whatever interests you have and film those. Don't waste time, and ahhing, should I film this, should I film that? Just film anything you can, and an easy way to start is things that you like. And the third piece of advice I'd give myself would be to do as much work as possible, even if it's for free. You're just building the skills and you're getting practice. Dealing with clients and other friends or family to begin with, to make videos for them is, amazing experience, and you get the most out of doing the experience and practicing it for yourself. So don't be shy to do that. There we go. There's the first episode of this Zach's Diaries, we're calling it for now. I hope you've enjoyed it and got something out of it. I'll see you in the next one.